whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Wait here for a little while. See what happens.
It's alive. Watching. Waiting.
I didn't mean to startle you.
That's all right.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Okay, welcome to the 8th episode of Extremecast, the most unofficial and unprofessional extreme podcast ever. The last time that we released an episode, it was just 2 guys, but now there are 3 once again. And my name is Antti, and with me I have today Silence.
What do you have?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello from Sweden.
Hello. Pontus, was it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Pontus.
That's very correct.
And from the UK we have...
Daryl, hello. How you doing?
Hello. I'm good. How are you, sir?
I am tip-top. Thank you very much for asking.
Nice.
Bit scared.
Okay.
Nearly Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Yeah, it's
Happy Halloween.
October 30th. So, actually, we have a Halloween party next week. So, because I thought that Halloween is next weekend. So.
Okay. What are you gonna dress up like? Dress up as? What are you saying?
Well, it's a secret, but I can share it with you guys. I'll be the puppet from the Saw movies.
Oh, okay.
Because
do you have a tricycle?
No.
You don't have a tricycle?
I only have a black suit, and I don't have to buy much stuff, so that's why I'm being the puppet.
That's good.
That's gonna freak some people out, mate, on the way. Be careful.
I freak out people without the costume, so... Okay, so let's start off. First of all, this is the first time that we're releasing a new episode this close to the last one. Usually it takes about a year, but now...
Yeah.
how long has it been? A month?
Yeah, it must be. About a month.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so this is new to us. And first I want to say that today it's the birthday of Bob St. John, the sound engineer and producer of such albums as 3 Sides to Every Story and Waiting for the Punchline. So, what do you guys think? Should we sing a happy birthday?
Yeah.
We can try.
We can try.
Oh, sorry, I've started too early.
How is this gonna work, like latency-wise? This is gonna be like the worst canon ever.
Worst, yes.
I think so. Should we just like say happy birthday to Bob?
I think that's a better idea.
I didn't really think that through when you asked me earlier. It's like, should we sing? Yeah, of course. But then we are in 3 different time zones with different connections. It's gonna sound
It's gonna
really
sound
interesting.
like us.
It's gonna sound shit anyway. Let's be honest.
Okay, should we do it?
So, shall we try?
We should try.
All right then. I'm ready. I'm
Oh,
game.
fuck.
On 3. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Happy birthday to... No, forget it. It's shit. Doesn't work. Happy birthday, Bob.
Happy birthday. Okay, that was even worse than I thought.
Oh dear, oh dear.
It was pretty much exactly what I expected.
Yeah, at least we tried.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so what has happened since the last episode? Extreme played a few shows in Korea.
Yeah, and they were those shows were kind of confusing to some people because they knew we're gonna get to that in a bit, but the third side shows, they were gonna play the third side, and some shows only in Japan, but some people expected to hear them in Korea as well. Not people attending the concerts in Korea, but people like waiting for stuff to get published online and all that, reading about it. So do you think that something was unclear, or I understood it, I think, but I think that some people got it wrong a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't really think that they were going to play it in Korea, because the posters specifically said Japan. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't part of the problem that they're not touring a new album or anything like that, so it was just same old stuff, and because they knew, or people knew, that the third side was coming, they expected it as just a matter of course, because why else would you be touring unless it's the Pornograffitti 25th anniversary tour, which has been going on for 2 years?
Yeah.
So I can understand where the confusion came from.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially since, as you said, like the last tour was like a full-blown porno tour, and this was kind of like the Middle Ages or something, like between the porno and B-sides. It was a little bit like unclear to some people, maybe, I don't know, but I think it was just a couple of shows, right, in Korea.
Yeah, I think maybe 3 or 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of the Japan stuff, the third side? How did you think that went down?
Well, first of all, I think we have to talk a little bit about what we expected, because there was like a lot of speculation about whether they were going to bring in an orchestra or just play the tracks, or how they're going to do it, basically. And what did they use? They used a live keyboard player, right? And some backing tracks as well.
Yeah, actually in the Facebook group, Mary Leggett asked if there was a live orchestra, and Björn Johnson said that it was playback of the album, but I think there was a keyboard player, not a playback per se.
There definitely was, and I was confused. I convinced myself there was going to be an orchestra there. One, because I thought I read it on a website, when in fact I misread it. But secondly, when I spoke to Gary back in 2014 and we asked whether there was going to be a 3 sides tour at some point to celebrate the anniversary of that album, he said there was no way they would ever do the songs, or that full album, or certainly the third side of it, without an orchestra live, because it wouldn't do it justice. So I was convinced there was going to be orchestra there. And I have to say though, the canned orchestra did sound very, very good from what I saw.
Yeah.
It could have sounded a lot worse, right? The fact that people were asking if it was an orchestra or not says a lot.
It says that it sounded good.
Yeah. But unfortunately, I think the band probably needed a little bit more practice. I don't know what you guys thought, but they seemed a bit rusty.
Yeah, it was a bit rusty. Gary had some issues vocal wise.
Yeah.
He had a little bit of trouble like reaching the correct notes, and some of the shows sounded better than others, but overall he was kind of like a little bit weak, actually, on the third side.
Yeah, which is of course understandable, because his voice is a lot lower now, and he sings so high in the first 3 albums. So it's difficult, I know, but considering that, I think he did a good job overall.
Well, this has happened before. I think when they did some of the earlier songs, I think it was in Japan. It must be. I can't remember how many years ago it was now. But they came out on stage. You may remember, with a small CD player to play the opening violins from Rest in Peace.
Yeah.
And they found it really difficult, I think, to play some of those songs. I think they did Warheads, and you could see that they hadn't done it for such a long time. But then by the time they played that song again, I mean, you guys will remember when we saw them in London, when they played Cynical, I think it was. They were freaking awesome. They were
It sounded
absolutely
amazing.
Yeah, and you guys are in bands or have been in bands. You know what it's like. The more you practice, the more tight you get. And if you haven't practiced a certain set of songs for a while, certainly not to the volume you probably need to, then you're gonna sound a bit rusty. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but that even with the rustiness of the band during those songs, it still sent absolute goosebumps down my spine.
Yeah, same. It's great to hear them play Who Cares live, because I'm not sure if they have I ever heard it live? I don't think so.
I don't think they've ever played it live, have they?
Yeah, maybe not. So
It was really, really an experience to see that, but unfortunately it was like still, even if the videos were kind of good and good quality, it's still like a mobile phone. And that's a bit, you know, I would really love to get to hear that live.
Yeah.
That sounds very much like you want a European 3 Sides tour there, Pontus.
Yeah, or another porno tour. I don't know.
They're going to just skip straight to punchline.
I'll settle with that. You can have the punchline tour.
Okay. What about the debut album tour?
Oh, I would like to hear Gary hit like the last chorus of Big Boys Don't Cry. You know, that like insanely high pitched chorus. I think he would have a heart attack if he attempted that.
He'd have
today.
to wear tighter trousers. For sure.
Yeah, probably. So, what's next on our little agenda? Or were we like finished with that? The Japan things?
I think that's about it. It was great to hear the Third Side live.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, there was one thing from that. Gary did say, I don't know, you've got this down to talk about, but he did say, certainly after those tours, that he doesn't want to do any more until there's a new album, new music. And I've got to say, I am very, very happy to hear that, because I want to hear something new. I can't watch any more Get the Funk Out videos. I can't do it. As much as I love that song, I've seen it. I've seen it to death.
Yep. I mean, the only exception would be like the Meltdown show that they did on like Rocklahoma or whatever it was, when they like played in different keys and all that. It was like just a disaster. That was like the only time in years that something like different happened and Get the Funk Out. Otherwise, it's just like the same, and it's always Nuno solo as well.
Yeah. Actually, I think Pat did a radio interview a while ago, and I think he said that he would be open to playing more gigs before the new music. But I also think it would be best for them to take their time now with the new album and hone it to perfection and start a new tour with the new album.
Yeah, it's only been 8 years. Give him time, guys.
My God, 8 years. I was like under 30 back then. Pontus was still in diapers.
I still am. So
Yeah.
I'm young.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it clashes a bit, doesn't it? Like just the like how Gary said to you, Daryl, that like we won't do the third side without an orchestra, and they did it. And now Gary says that he doesn't want to do any more shows until the new music is released. And then Pat goes out saying that, yeah, I would love to do it. Some more shows. Doesn't it like it collides a bit, doesn't it?
It's easy to say that, I guess, until a large fat pile of cash lands on your desk. And then you're like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I know these songs already, right? I don't have to do anything new.
No,
In God we
of course.
In God we trust, absolutely.
Okay, and we all know Spartacus,
Beautiful dog.
Oh, Pat's dog.
the film and the dog, and he just turned 10. And
Happy
I've
birthday,
read-
Spartacus. Should we
I
sing?
can't. I just fucking can't wait to hear how you're gonna fill this segment. What are you gonna talk about? What else can we say about Spartacus the dog?
Let's do a happy birthday song.
Let's do it in Swedish.
Oh yeah,
How do you
One.
say happy birthday in Swedish?
it's actually it's a bit complicated. You say
I
either
don't
you
care.
say just grattis,
Grattis. Oh yeah, I
That's
remember
like
that. from middle
congratulations.
school.
but the full sentence would be grattis på födelsedagen.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's too complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
Happy
what?
10th, Spartacus.
Happy birthday. Or like we say in Finland, hyvää syntymäpäivää.
Inte syntymäpäivä.
Okay, that's not even close, but nice try.
At least I tried.
You
We
tried.
did try.
Coward.
Well, I did say grattis. So
Oh yeah. Okay, we're even.
okay, then there was it the Lucky Strike show where Nuno, Maria, and Louis performed Sideways?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our one avenue of new music. All right, it's covers and stuff, but we see the guys in various guises. I think we've had Falazzo, of course, Cole Restivo, Nuno, and various other people doing other people's songs, and I like that. I like seeing it personally,
Yeah.
and I think as I say, it's kind of our one slightly interesting avenue on media that's coming from the band at the moment, new live performances and stuff. So I like it. I think it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great performance. But I feel like I'm struggling a bit to keep track with all these like cover nights and all that, because like a year back or so, it would be like a big thing. People would like talk about it beforehand, and people would talk about it and post pictures and videos. Now it seems like it happens like once a month.
Yeah.
On Sun Club, and that's obviously that's not a bad thing, but it's getting kind of hard to keep track on them, I think.
That's true. And I didn't really know whose song this Sideways is, and I googled it, and the guy's name tells me nothing. Is this familiar
Steve Styler?
song to you?
Yeah, Steve Styler.
Steve
I
Styler.
haven't heard of that guy for a while.
Yeah, it's been like a year and it's still not funny. So, yeah. So, do you guys know this person?
Who was the person? I don't know the song, so I don't really know if I know the person. Do you remember what he was called, or she?
I think he was like a rapper or hip hop artist or something, or then not. So basically, I don't remember at all.
I don't know.
But
whose
I
There
didn't-
are
it was.
quite a few.
Yeah, I tried to Google it with the lyrics, but I can't remember even them now. So.
Okay. I think the consensus there is that it wasn't really an interesting artist, I suppose.
Yeah.
But a good performance. Maria
Yeah.
is just amazing.
Yeah.
I'm confused with her. Does she live in the States or does she live in the Azores? Where does she? Because I kind of seen her at both. So I mean, a bit like Lewis, I suppose. They kind of seem to move back and forth. But I'm just wondering where is she based? Where does she do her thing?
I don't
know actually.
Yeah, because they do their videos in the US, I think, and then they played at the Azores, and I don't know.
Okay, maybe we'll find that out for the next one.
Yeah, sure.
It's Citizen Cope, by the way.
What?
Citizen Cope.
Citizen Cope.
That's the song.
Okay.
Sideways. That's the person.
Okay.
All
Doesn't
right.
mean anything to me. So move on.
Yeah. So there's a 25th Pornograffitti 25th live red vinyl coming out. Are you guys
Sure
going
is.
to get it?
I'm gonna get 2.
Greedy.
I think.
It's 2.
Ah,
So you have
he
4.
He must have 2
4.
spaces on his wall available.
Exactly. No, but because it's a double disc, like a double vinyl, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So I was just joking by like getting 2 copies, but it's like a 2 vinyl set. It's gonna be like clear red vinyl, and that's pretty much everything we know about it. It's gonna be available at Record Store Day, and when is that? Like in a month, something like that.
Yeah. I think there's like was it 5,000 copies?
I think 1,500, or was
Okay,
it
so-
5,000? I don't know.
So there was a 5 in there.
Yeah, it was a 5 in
Just
there.
put it in the wrong
Definitely.
place. Yeah.
But do you think how would you estimate the demand for this thing? Is it like do you think it's gonna like sell out fast, or is it gonna be like in bargain bins a year from now?
Oh, I think they'll sell out for sure. It's my opinion.
I'm getting a sweat here. I really need to get one of those.
I'm going to
And
get one
not
too.
like
I don't
an
even have
overpriced
I
one.
don't even have a record player.
I don't either. But I still have. I have like 30 vinyls and they're all Extreme. So. Yeah.
It could go on the wall.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we have 1,560 members in the group at the moment. So if they would all buy it, 60 members wouldn't even get it. So if it's 1,500, that's not that much.
Well, we
No,
only
that's
we only have 4 listeners, so I don't know who's going to find out about it anyway. From
Yeah.
this.
And by 4 you mean the 4 of us.
Yes.
yeah.
Woohoo!
We could get like 375 copies each, I guess then.
Dude, that's fast math.
That is. Well done.
Was it correct even? I don't know.
I don't think it was, but it was very close.
Give me 20 minutes, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, right.
I think it is correct.
Also, there's the Blu-ray, DVD, CD package out now, I think.
That
Well,
was
I know
Where do we start
package.
with this one?
Package sounds bad. Yeah. So
It's-
you both have pre-ordered it, yes?
Yes,
Mine
none
is
of us have received it.
Yeah, mine hasn't even shipped yet.
Yeah.
I don't think mine is shipped either. But should we do like a quick recap for all the like delays and canceled dates and all that? Do you remember the first date? Was it like 21st of September or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2012.
That was like the initial release date. That was when we were supposed to have it basically. Then they postponed it like it's 3 times now.
Yeah.
Um,
Fourth time's the charm.
I really hope so. But what do you think could be the reason for this? I mean, they have uploaded like 4 clips to YouTube. The album is available on Spotify, and I can't really imagine what would be like the reason for delaying it or like postponing it even more.
Yeah.
I've got 2 theories on that. I think one of them is a distributor problem, that they haven't been able to produce them in time, or there's been a quality control issue. Or the second one is, and I don't want to be contentious, but perhaps they might be doing some fiddling around with the sound. Do you remember the Guitar Wars show?
Yep.
Do you remember how much of that was overdubbed?
No.
Yeah, if you watch it back, there's a lot of overdubbing, there's reworking, and there's some funny stuff going on there. So I hope it's not that. I'm just saying that's one of the considerations I had, that maybe there was responsible for the delay. I'd be really interested to see when it arrives if you can spot any overdubs or things like that.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
The fact that we've seen 2 or 3 of the songs now released on YouTube means that might not be the case, but what I have seen sounds freaking awesome.
It does.
Isn't it like 4 songs now? They have funk, they have More Than Words, money, and what's more? Was it Pornographitti? No, not Pornographitti.
Monster?
Naked?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, wrong album.
Naked is an extra track.
Yeah.
Decadence Dance, of course. So that's
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
It's like
So,
it spoils the fun a little bit, right? Having
Yeah.
like 4 like appetizers available.
But at least I can get to hear some of it because it will take forever since I get it. So
I'm really disappointed with this whole episode. I think it was a complete freaking disaster the way this has been handled. I don't know what the reason for the delay was, but you're absolutely right. Releasing 4 tracks and putting it on Spotify before people are able to get it in their hands just absolutely sucks, if you ask me. I mean, what the hell is going on?
yeah. And nobody really knew which version will have what. Like
No, that's the other case, because people don't. No one knew what like the package, the Blu-ray package, was going to include. Was it going to be like? Was it going to be like the full CD, or was it going to be like the CD minus the Cupid and Play With Me tracks? Was it going to include? No one knew. The only thing that was like available to order was like a DVD plus Blu-ray package and a standalone CD. And to this day, I don't know what I'm going to be getting. I have no idea. I know that I have like 2 different copies of the release, and you know, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, and the band said in Facebook that it will the package will have Blu-ray, DVD, and CD. But when I went to pre-order it from Amazon UK, it didn't say anything about the DVD. So, but I'm hoping it will have all 3.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. I mean, the end product, I'm hoping will be really, really good. So let's not get too downbeat about it. But it's as far as actually managing the release, just awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing the interviews are amazing. So.
Oh, that'd be the best bit, because we've seen most of those songs live, right? All of them. So it's nice to have them there. But yeah, it's extra new stuff we want. Everybody wants new stuff.
Yeah.
Give it to us.
Yeah, totally. One thing that we forgot to put on the list of things to talk about. Oh, right, we're coming up with this off the top of our heads, and we don't have a list. Sorry. But
is it item number 7 or 8?
Yeah, this is paragraph 25 on the 4th chapter. So the Kicks thing. Nuno was interviewed on the Metal Meltdown part for Kicks, the band Kicks. So I'll have to be getting that as well. Are you Kicks fans? Do you know them?
No. I don't think I've ever heard anything from those guys. I might have to check them out though. Are they good?
Me neither.
Yeah, they're really good. I'm a pretty big fan, I would say. One thing that's a little bit like hard to, what do you say? You have to like get used to it. It's the vocalist Steve Whiteman. His voice, because he has like a really bad lisp.
Oh.
So he's singing like this all the time, and yeah, that's a little bit like you have to get used to it, I suppose. But the music is really good, and yeah, the fact that it has Extreme members in the package, that was a weird sentence, that makes it like really worth buying, I suppose. I'm gonna be getting that.
Yeah. I will have to check it out.
Yeah, do it.
Cool.
Okay, and also last night there was, like every year, had a Halloween party.
Yep.
And he was dressed up as I'm not really sure. I thought he was a Native American, but someone said he was a hippie, so I have no idea. But he had
those people need glasses, I think, for like a new perspective on what a hippie is. That was clearly in Indian, like in Native American.
Yeah.
Did you spot his like kayfabe sideburns made out of feathers?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's
It looked like it.
Do you think this is a? I mean, you mentioned jokingly, I think Pontus on the Extremecast Facebook page about he's probably going to go as pre-nose job Nuno. Do you think you were sort of halfway there? Because as I understand it, the nose he went for when he had the operation was more Native American looking.
That's like quite paradoxical then. But yeah, maybe. I mean, that it wouldn't take too much effort, you know. He would just like take some plastic padding or something and just like build up on his nose.
Go back to 1986.
Exactly. The sinful years. What was he dressed like last year? Was it Prince last year?
He was a vampire.
Yeah, it was a vampire, right?
He was sick last year, wasn't he? I think during that gig.
Was he sick?
I think he was ill. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, it's not relevant. Carry on.
Yeah. So I think that's about it. But then we have questions.
Yes.
Addressed to us, and I am just trying to. Okay, so Kennedy Carvalho, maybe. Nuno Zoe would know. Asked, is there any news indication regarding the musical direction of the next album? Is it more raw, funkier, darker, aggressive? Will there be keyboards, piano, horns, and other orchestra? Is it going to be guitar driven? And my answer to all of these is yes.
Yep. I heard also there was going to be at least 2 or 3 numbers exclusively, no vocals, nothing, just panpipes.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that Nuno's gonna dress up as a hippie for those tracks, just to get the mood right.
He's got the outfit, right?
Yeah, he's got the outfit. The only thing he's lacking is the nose, but he'll get to it.
Yeah.
Well, joking aside, I think that Gary said something about the new album, right? Because it was basically the same thing every artist or every rock band says before a release. It was like, yeah, we're gonna put some new things in there and some old things. Nothing technical was mentioned really. Nothing about horns. I would have remembered that because that's like on my wish list, of course. I don't know anything about like the musical direction. I hope that it's gonna follow the style of
Punchline.
Sadaj.
Oh.
Punchline, sorry. Was it like a Freudian slip? But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that maybe like Nuno's like episode with Rihanna has made some marks on like how to arrange stuff? Because I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point. I think he could. The guys would learn a lot from listening to Badger's 2 albums. I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they should necessarily go quite as
commercial.
I was going to say mainstream or commercial, but they're really solid albums, and the production I think is superb on them.
I agree.
So if you imagine putting Nuno's flair for the licks in the mix there, I think you'd have something really special. I don't know. I don't like personally at Sound Dodge. I like the album, but there's a lot of songs in there I skip because I just don't. I mean, the rockabilly sound on "Take Us Alive," that kind of thing, doesn't really do it for me. I know that's subjective, but I would love to see them do a power of a really hard, funky rock album.
Yeah.
I would like to hear them play something more aggressive, something like the song "Waiting for the Punchline." That's what I'm hoping, mixed with some progressiveness.
Yeah, and not those fucking like vocal effects that they use on it. Those are terrible. I'm starting to like Punchline a lot now, but
it's only taken
the mixing is not.
How many years?
I don't know.
Were you born when that thing came out?
Yeah.
Only just.
I was 3 years old.
I heard they weren't effects anyway on the vocals. Gary was actually singing in the shower.
Oh yeah, I think it was singing in a fucking jar, in a depressing '90s jar.
Yeah. So they write their songs and sing them in the bathroom. That's nice.
No, they write them on the porch, and then they go inside, step into the shower, and record it there.
So in answer to the question, we have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like completely off topic, but I just realized that I dreamt about Extreme last night. And that's not too surprising, but I actually dreamt that I watched some kind of interview, and maybe it was like the pornography, like the Porno 25 documentary part. And you know the porch where they wrote More Than Words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I watched that bit, and then I realized that I think I know that place, and turns out it was my like childhood home. Here in Sweden. Like, it was really weird. It was a yellow house. In real life, the house was green, so I don't know why it was yellow in the dream. And then I was really, really excited, and then I forgot about it until now.
Okay.
Dreams.
So they recorded.
So relevant. You know, this is quality entertainment.
You need a new segment here. Pontus's dreams.
Yeah.
Dream of the week.
Yeah. Extreme.
Oh.
Just the dream, because that's relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Were there any other impossible to answer questions from the Extremecasters?
Maria Mourinho Pardo asked, why don't they play in other countries, only Japan? And because they can only play at one place at a time. So
Japan's always been somewhere they've gone either before a major tour or after a major tour. I think.
Yeah.
They always get a good audience there. I think the thing is, the Porno 25 anniversary tour was a good, well packaged, and easy to sell solution, right? Not solution. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, product.
Yeah.
But, I wouldn't be so sure if Extreme would get quite as many sellout gigs everywhere on the back of a new album. I might be wrong, guys. Certainly back in 2008 they did pretty well, but the venues were slightly bigger, I think, this time around. I don't know. It costs a lot of money, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they've always been huge in Japan, so it doesn't surprise me.
I think everyone's huge in Japan.
Yeah, that's why they have the song Big in Japan.
Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
I don't get the next question we've had. What was addressed in the last podcast? The best way to answer that question is what, guys?
Listen to it.
Yeah.
I have a question actually about these questions that we get.
Okay.
Do these people know that we are not extreme?
No.
Do these people know that the questions are not going to be addressed towards the band in any way?
Yeah.
I don't mean anything like bad about that, but it's like some of the questions are like as easy to answer as like, how is Nuno feeling today?
Yeah.
What did he have for breakfast? We can only answer, as you have noticed, like now and in the last episode, we can only answer in speculations to those questions because we don't know. What?
Bacon.
Bacon?
Yeah, we had bacon for breakfast.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Nuno is a vegetarian.
Veggie bacon.
Bacon. There's a thing called bacon. Did you know that?
Yes. It's not bacon. My God. Have you seen the last question we've got, which is who has the biggest wiener? I'm not sure if that's aimed at us or the band, but I think if you're talking about the band, I think we know full well who's got the biggest wiener.
Yeah. And if they're not talking about the band, If
Toa!
if they're
Guys, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the dog.
yeah. Or
Koa's not in the band though.
yeah.
Really?
And if
Maybe
they're
that
not
was like
talking,
the keyboard player in Japan.
and if they're not talking about the band, then I would have to say Antonio.
Yeah.
Just because
Probably,
he's,
yeah.
That's why
just
he can't
because
get
he's
here.
Spanish.
He's Spanish, but also the reason why he can't be here is because he can't get very quickly from
Get out
one
of
place
bed.
to another because he's carrying it.
Yeah.
There he goes, poor guy.
Yeah. It's like he carries like a wheelbarrow everywhere.
Yeah.
And he got stuck in traffic, I think, so that's why he's not here.
Yeah.
He's gonna be so
Okay.
glad and flattered when he hears this.
He'll be on Instagram, pasting up pictures of himself that he's photoshopped.
Jesus.
Whoops! How did this get out there? Anyway,
Well,
that sounds dangerously close to another topic which we're not going to talk about, so carry on.
Stay nice now, Daryl.
Yeah, so it was really nice recording this last episode of Extremecast.
Ever.
And
Yep,
so
as
I think,
usual.
is that all for now?
I think so. Unfortunately, we couldn't like cram any Halloween themed things into this episode, but it was like very little planning before this one.
Well, there
just
hasn't
like
been
all
any
the others.
There hasn't been any planning for any of the other episodes, so.
No,
Well,
people are wondering.
is it
why we
worth
don't
us
have it
saying
in
that we've been
listeners.
talking and thinking about putting up a competition at some point? We think we might do that for the next one. What do you think?
We could actually ask a question, I think. Would you be interested in having a competition? And the thing is, the stupid thing is that we're asking this question in the end of the podcast when no one is listening. So
I will have to
I
edit.
can actually say it like this. You will win a fucking guitar if you just, like, answer to this. If you just, like, acknowledge that you have heard this, you will win anything.
Yep.
Maybe I will edit this episode the way the Memento movie, you know.
Yeah, people can win a signed photo of Extremecast.
Yeah. Oh.
That's like the most disappointing prize ever.
Yeah.
And since the four of us have never been in the same space at the same time, we will just ask Zoe to use Paint and Photoshop us.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
winner will have to kindly pay postage for us to send it to each person first before it goes to them.
If you'd rather like to have a little ride in Zoe's wheelbarrow, you can choose that as the price as well.
I've been in it, guys. There's not much room.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
understandable.
Well,
Yeah,
guess
so
what?
thank you, everyone, for listening.
Not listening.
That's
Yeah,
it.
for doing something completely different.
Let's really try to push for 5 this time, guys. 5 listeners.
Yep.
Come on.
5 listeners, including us, or
I will
Yeah.
ask my mom.
I was just about to say that. I was going to ask Auntie's mum.
Yeah. I will have to
5 it is.
persuade my dad. I will try to get my.
Yeah, best wishes in that.
Yeah. So, I think this wraps it up.
Yeah,
So, shall we try to record another one before the year goes to 2017?
Yes.
Maybe a
definitely.
Christmas episode.
Yeah, yeah, of course. That sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, let us know if you're open to a competition
Yeah.
with the worst prizes in the history of man.
Oh, we do have some cool shit though, don't we? Between us.
I think we have some good prices actually. Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
we are actually willing to part with small portions of our extreme collections, just for you 5 people listening. So
We can divide
no,
them. To
5 was the
5
next
people.
episode. Yeah, exactly. You'll get a ticket. You'll get a sticker.
Pen.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I got like 4 pens.
Okay.
You know, the mother from. We're like, we can't seem to quit this episode. Like, wrap it up, right?
Oh.
Just
it
keep
was-
talking.
Yeah.
Dribble.
This will take all night. So.
Yeah.
I've gone already.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you on the 9th episode of Extremecast. So, Finland says good night.
UK says good
Stockholm
night.
too.
Okay. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.